If a vehicle was transferred, such as the vehicle was sold, donated, or traded, the vehicle owner should notify the Office of Motor Vehicles that the vehicle was transferred. The owner may cancel the license plate, provide the completed title or bill of sale showing the transfer, or notify OMV that the vehicle was transferred in the office or online on expresslane.org. When notifying the Office of Motor Vehicles, vehicle information, such as the license plate number and VIN, owner information, and transfer details, such as the date of the transfer, is necessary to indicate the transfer on the vehicle record. Let's further discuss the insurance cancellation process using an example. Mr. John Smith buys a 2006 Ford Explorer. Mr. Smith goes to his insurance company and gets liability insurance on the vehicle. Mr. Smith then goes to the OMV and registers the vehicle by paying taxes, title, and license plate fees. Mr. Smith's insurance card shows he has a valid policy from April 30, 2024 to October 30, 2024. In August of 2024, Mr. Smith decided he no longer wanted the vehicle and sold it to an individual that lived a couple of hours away from him. Mr. Smith signs over the title to the individual and gets it notarized. He then gives all the paperwork to the individual and watches him drive off with the vehicle. About 2 months pass and Mr. Smith receives a notice in the mail from the OMV stating he has an insurance lapse on his 2006 Ford Explorer. Mr. Smith is confused as he no longer has the vehicle. He goes into his local office and the OMV employee explains that the vehicle was never registered in anyone else's name and that he did not turn in the plate. Due to this, Mr. Smith owed a fine of $275. What could Mr. Smith have done differently to avoid this? Let's explore what options Mr. Smith has with regards to staying out of this situation. Voluntary surrender license plate involves taking the license plate off of the vehicle and turning it into an Office of Motor Vehicles field office or public tag agent, or PTA. If an owner has a personalized or specialty license plate that they wish to keep and potentially use on another vehicle, the owner can request that OMV remove the plate from the vehicle record, which will count as surrendering the plate. Mr. Smith could have surrendered the license plate by taking the plate off and turned it into OMV or a PTA. This would have kept him from being liable for the insurance. Another option that Mr. Smith could have done was go online to expresslane.org and fill out the Notice of Vehicle Transfer. In order to file a Notice of Vehicle Transfer, you will need the following information: license plate number, expiration date, as shown on vehicle's registration, vehicle identification number or VIN, driver's license number or company EIN, as shown on vehicle's registration, name and address of buyer, date sold, donated, or traded, and the selling price of the vehicle, if applicable. To file a notice of transfer on expresslane.org. First, visit expresslane.org. From the top of the screen, select Online Services. Scroll to the Vehicles section. Select Notice of Vehicle Transfer. Read all information presented on the screen. Then, select Let's Get Started. Read the notification at the top of the screen prior to entering information. Enter the license plate number in the license plate field. Enter the VIN. Enter the license plate expiration month in the expiration month field. Enter the license plate expiration year in the expiration year field. Enter the owner's driver's license number in the driver's license or EIN number field. Enter the date of the sale in the date sold field. Select Continue. Review all information. Enter the dealer's name if sold to a dealer or the buyer's first name if sold to an individual, as it appears on the buyer's driver's license. This information can be obtained from the completed certificate of title. Enter the dealer's name if sold to a dealer or the buyer's last name if sold to an individual, as it appears on the buyer's driver's license. This information can be obtained from the completed certificate of title. Enter the dealer's address if sold to a dealer or the buyer's address if sold to an individual. This information can be obtained from the completed certificate of title. Enter the dealer's city if sold to a dealer or the buyer's city if sold to an individual. This information can be obtained from the completed certificate of title. Enter the dealer's state if sold to a dealer or the buyer's state if sold to an individual. This information can be obtained from the completed certificate of title. Enter the dealer's zip code if sold to a dealer or the buyer's zip code if sold to an individual. This information can be obtained from the completed certificate of title. Enter the sales price of the vehicle in the sales price field, unless the vehicle was donated. If donated, do not enter anything in this field. Select Submit. A confirmation will generate. To print and save the confirmation, select Print and follow all necessary printing procedures. Another great option for Mr. Smith would be for him to keep copies of the front and back of the title showing where he sold the vehicle. Mr. Smith could submit these copies to OMV in order to prevent the flag from being added. This would have been used to prove he no longer was required to have insurance on the vehicle as it was sold.